I don't know if you know this, but that impresses a lot of people on the streets. Like straight up, you can just walk up to them, ask if they want to see a card trick, just do something cool, like this card spring, and they're impressed. They're already impressed by you. But what I'm gonna share with you today is gonna do more than just impress them. It's gonna, what's more than impress? It's gonna impress them times infinity. That's what it's gonna do. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. Today I'll be sharing with you a card trick that you can do on the streets right now to get some amazing reactions. So, let's do it. Check it out. For this trick, we need the 1, 2 aces, okay? And we hand them over to the spectator to start off, and then if my shuffling skills allow for it, I'll also give the deck a quick riffle shuffle and a cut, just like this. Now, we also need a playing card selected, of course, so I'm just going to riffle through the side of the packet, have a spectator call out stop, let's say right there. We'll take this playing card, and it happens to be the jack, it's not a jack, it's the king of clubs, right? We'll take the king of clubs, leave it somewhere, sticking out just like this. And here, as I mentioned before, we have the 2 aces. And these aren't just the 2 aces, this is the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds. Now check that out, this is where it gets really cool. We'll take this card, start rubbing it, right? Just rub it just like this. And you can see that it's sticking out just a small amount. Now if we square these aces up and we give them a twirl, we'll see the card from here vanishes and appears between the 2 red aces. And that is your selected card. What was it again? Right, not a jack, but the king of clubs. Alright guys, welcome to the tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed that performance. But just to give you a little bit of background on this effect, it's just something I came up with, pulling concepts from here and there, and I performed it a few times, got some great reactions, so I wanted to share it with you. Now, a few things to note about this effect. I did kind of like ultra polish it, so I really put a lot of bells and whistles that didn't really need to be there, but they're more like a showing off factor. So, of course, feel free to not use any of them, feel free to use all of them, feel free to add even more. But to start off, I took the 2 aces, so I took in ace of hearts, ace of diamonds, but of course you can feel free to use whatever cards you want. I took one of the aces, put them face up on top, took another ace, put it face down. And pretty much what I did now was the top shot. This is where you're holding the deck, so this is a mechanics grip by the way, but we're not holding it in a mechanics grip. We're going to take our finger, move it to the side, so we have our index finger and thumb. Those are pretty much the main grips on the deck, and we have the deck resting on our palm. And all I did is use my pinky finger to kind of shoot this card out, and it looks something like this. You're gonna pull out and down with your pinky, so it's gonna look something like that. One more time. And as I mentioned, this is known as the top shot. All you gotta do is now catch the card with your other hand. And once you catch it, you can even give the card a bit of a pirouette, just to make it look, you know, that ultra finish that you don't really need, but it's nice to have. Now, if you're performing this as a form of street magic, that will require a lot of practice. I only get it like 70% of the time, if even that. But you take those 2 aces once you know how you have them produced, hand them over to a spectator so they have something to hold on to. Now, personally, I love doing the one-handed riffle shuffle, but it is extremely difficult to do. It took me months of practice to get down. So you can show off like that if you want to. If not, then you can just do a normal, you know, riffle shuffle. That works as well. But shuffle up the deck, give it a few cuts, you know, whatever you want to do. And of course, I just end with a one-handed cut because I'm doing everything with one hand anyway. And then from here, you're going to perform the center double by Dan and Dave. And the way that works is you're holding the deck in this grip right here, mechanics grip. You're gonna come over, roll your index finger underneath, curl it and push upwards and riffle through the side of the packet. So it looks something like this. You're riffling through the side of the packet. Now, from this point, as you're riffling through, you ask the spectator when to stop. As soon as they call out stop, you stop at that point, use your other hand to pinch this top packet here, and then as you're coming over with your fingers to grab the card, you want to riffle off 2 cards. So you want to riffle off 1 and 2. So once you see those 2 cards riffle off, then using your middle finger, you take this whole packet and pivot it like this. Just pivot, 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 and this is being pivoted about the middle finger on the other hand. Pivot that over. All right, so it's now perpendicular to the deck. I know a lot of math terms. And then I take my middle finger out, push it over, and I continue pushing with my index finger. And whoops, that's not supposed to happen. You're over here, do this, riffle off 2, turn it, push it over. We have the 3 of spades. Now you have 2 methods of taking it out. You have the fancy method, which I did and is not needed, or you have the normal method where you can just pull out. So the fancy method, let me talk about the normal method, all right? Normal method, make sure to come to this corner, grab tightly, turn this hand back over, show 3 of spades, and turn it face down. All right, now if you want to go with the fancy method, riffle off, again, 2 cards, push it over, grab at the opposite corners. So I grab at the bottom left corner, top right corner, since I'm a righty. So boom, grab that just like this. Use your index finger to twirl it all the way around, and then pinch that corner that's on your middle finger like this, and then let that card just slide down. Doing that all up to speed, the cards, like I would say 99.99% of the time, they don't split. So just doing everything up to speed, I think it looks pretty nice. All right, so you have that card here, turn it face down, and of course this is a double, so you can just take the card that's on top, some arbitrary card, the 10 of clubs, who cares, and put it there. But of course, the spectator selected card is the 5 of diamonds. Clearly I remembered, I didn't forget. I don't forget anything. So I like to hold the deck like this with the card kind of tilted over to the side so I can still get a good grip on the rest of the deck. And then you ask for the aces back from the spectator, right? So the spectator gives you back the 2 red aces, and you ask them to just drop it on top of the deck, so it's looking something like this. From this point, you're gonna pick up the 2 red aces with an extra card. And this is really what's used in a lot of sandwiching techniques for card tricks. You're gonna pick up a packet of 3 cards, because remember, again, the top card is a spectator selected card, the 5 of diamonds. You're gonna pick up this packet of 3 cards, and as you're doing this, don't just stand there and just do this. That's very weird, right? Everything you're doing in Magic kind of has to have some kind of explanation or reasoning behind it, or some kind of misdirection or an explanation. I think I already said that. But you pick up this packet of 3 cards, and a few easy ways to get this packet of 3 cards. You can just come over with your thumb to kind of grab this packet here, and you could also do a pinky count and everything, but when I'm I guess doing this kind of stuff, I want to actually show the spectator I'm counting 2 cards, just so I guess in their head it makes it seem like, okay, I'm counting 2 cards in the back here because I'm picking up 2 cards. But of course, in actuality, you're picking up 3 cards. So you just come over, count 1, 2, 3, and you're all set to go. All right, so once you got those 3 cards, you're gonna pick them up at, no, I lied. Once you got those 3 cards, now you start doing kind of an explanation of, I didn't pick just any 2 aces, I picked the ace of diamonds, and you peel off this this top card while holding on to the bottom 2, right? And I'm holding it in a middle grip, so middle ring finger on top, thumb on bottom. You peel off, showing I have the ace of diamonds and the ace of hearts. Then you come back and hold it like this. So at this point, you've pretty much set yourself up for a card sandwich. As you can see, the 5 of diamonds is between those 2 red aces. All right, so from this point, you can really do the reveal in any method that you'd like. But what I like to do is I like to straighten this card and give this a bit of a rub, right? I just rub this card a little bit and push it in just until my index finger can reach it. And then I square up these 2 aces and I grip them at the corners. I grip it on the top left and bottom right corners because, again, I'm a righty and it just makes sense for me to grip there when I'm doing the reveal. So I grip at those corners here and here. And now as I'm doing the reveal, the way I like to do the reveal is like this. I take this card, or these 3 packet of cards, spin it around, have my index finger contact my thumb and just pinch at this corner, and you'll see the cards kind of just snap here and just spread out a little bit. All right, so up to speed. All right, again, the card's facing forward, turn around, pinch, and spread. That sounds very weird. Turn around, pinch, and spread. But anyway, as this is happening, again, you're doing this move. And while that's happening, just make sure to push this card inside. So it kind of gives the effect of the card jumps from here to inside this packet. So as we're going, I kind of also cover it up a little bit with this. So I'm here covering it up and I'm pushing. And here, it's at this point, the card's pushed in all the way. Snap, open up, and by the time they take a look, the card is gone from here. There's 1 single card remaining right in here. Let them take it out. Again, make it as interactive as possible. This way they have better reactions at the end, which we're at anyway. And they can see there's their card, the 5 of diamonds. Mind blown. That's all we got for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this card trick. That'll impress people too, by the way. And if you didn't get a chance to yet, make sure to like this video and subscribe, as it really helps me out. Have a great day, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And if you have some extra time, check out some more content on this channel. And if not, I'll see you really soon. Peace out.